Many organizations will perform better when their managers know the laws of behavior. Good managers apply parts of them subconsciously, but still regularly run into three main pitfalls. Using the example of training a parakeet, we see how these laws and pitfalls can be explained through the theories of Nobel laureate Ivan Pavlov and his dogs. How would you change the behavior of a parakeet that sits quietly in the corner of his cage to one of flying and singing? If we ask this question, usually the following suggestions are given. Use a cat, give food, add in another parakeet, shake the cage, or open the cage. All of these responses are examples of antecedents. These are activities that precede the desired behavior with the aim to stimulate a particular behavior. Known antecedents at work are memos, manuals, schedules, warning signs, and rules. These activities are intended to influence the behavior, but work only once. 80% of the time, the focus of managers is on antecedents. That is the first pitfall. There is a strong focus on end results. The failure to achieve targets will be punished with negative attention, while regular work suffers. If results are not met, new antecedents are deployed, with more power. Behavioral research shows that a much greater effect can be achieved when the focus is on the consequences that follow the behavior. This brings us to the first law of behavior. Consequences have a 4 times larger impact than antecedents. The second pitfall in changing behavior is the use of the wrong consequences. Using coercion, punishment, and penalty instead of using rewards. What goes right is more effective than punishing what goes wrong. The second law of behavior is therefore, reward desirable behavior and ignore undesirable behavior as much as possible. Reward desired behavior immediately. One easy and effective reward that can be directly given is the compliment. Give compliments and appreciation during or shortly after the behavior you want. What does this mean for moving the parakeet? We must work with positive attention. Every time the parakeet makes a small movement, we yell, for example, enthusiastically, "Hooray!" Only after some 5 or 10 times, the bird starts to understand that your behavior changes as he moves. Every time he moves, you call out. He is getting excited as he sees that he is immediately rewarded for his behavior. The parakeet feels his influence on its surroundings for the first time in its life. And so, parakeet and owner live happily ever after. Are people like parakeets? Not quite. There are big differences between people and parakeets. Parakeets can do things that people cannot, and people can do things that parakeets cannot. OBM, Organizational Behavior Management, is the subfield of behavioral analysis that specializes in the application of behavioral analysis in organizations. From numerous studies, it has become clear that often people perform suboptimal when antecedents and the wrong consequences are used. One of the reasons why reward works so well is the responsibility that you give to the employees. It works well if you ask people to set their own goals. After rewarding the goal attainment, one is proud of the achievements. Just like with children, you see, they like it when they feel that they are in control of themselves. When thinking about rewards, we often think of a bonus or a salary increase. Studies show that intangible rewards are often more effective because you can apply them directly at the time of good behavior. Immediately congratulating work is more effective than rewards at the end of the year. However, intangible rewarding is difficult for many managers because we are not accustomed to compliments. Although the basic principles of organizational behavior management are easy to understand, they are often difficult to put into practice, especially because a change has to come from working with antecedents towards working with positive consequences. Fortunately, giving rewards is a lot more fun than giving punishment, and higher results follow.